Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Emosebo. Thanks for watching the video. This is my review for Spider-Man Homecoming.
I got the Stark internship. What's up, guys?
Full warning ahead, this is a spoiler. Fail with a review. I will be spoiling the movie for you if you haven't seen it. So go watch the movie, come back and check out the video. Or if you don't care, just stick out. Stick out. So if you don't care, just stick here with me and watch the review. Homecoming marks the third iteration of Spider-Man in the big screen. We got the too old to be in high school dancing Toby. We got the still too old to be in high school science nerd Andrew. And now we got the age appropriate Spider-Boy Tom Holland. And that is the biggest difference between the other Spideys and the other MCU movies. This is a 15-year-old kid in high school dealing with high school problems while wanting to be Spider-Man 100% of the time. They managed the conflict with Peter Parker, the persona, the personal life, and the Spider-Man persona, superhero. That was really cool. Having to keep that secret from everyone, missing important life events like the decathlon competition, and just sneaking out at night. That's really cool. Peter dazes off in class because he just wants to go outside and be Spider-Man already. I really like that style that the movie chose. We saw a little bit of that in Spider-Man 2, that Peter just can't deal with life, but this movie focuses on Peter Parker's life a lot, more than the Spider-Man side. 3 reasons why it has a homecoming on the title. One is because Spider-Man comes back to Marvel, he comes home. Second, the obvious one, the homecoming dance, it's a big duh. And third, the movie centers around Peter's life. It's a homecoming, it's high school, it's a 15-year-old kid. That's the focus of the movie. His troubles, not much the web slinging, but it's still good action, but a lot of Peter Parker. The action kicks off with an ATM heist. Peter tries to stop it, but it ends up destroying the deli next door and no more sandwiches. These guys are using alien Chitauri weapon. Adrian Toomes, the villain, Vulture, he salvages the alien gear, he makes weapons, and he sells them in the black market. The Vulture, man, Michael fucking Keaton. We finally got a really, really good villain besides Loki, or after Loki, and the Vulture. The guy is so good. He doesn't want to destroy the world or do some big ass scale shit. Nah, man, he just wants to contraband arms. So he sells arms and he wants to support the family, get money for the family. Something really cool, or the best thing about the villain, is that he has a code of honor. Like the Rogues in DC Comics. That's why I like them so much, and that's why I like this guy so much too. They have honor. They're villains, sure, but they have that oomph that makes them really cool, you know? It reminded me of Alfred Molina's greatness in Spider-Man 2. There's really well-developed villains. You understand where they come from. They have great stories. They do make sense as villains and in the story. And to a certain level, you can relate to them. Super enjoyed Keaton in this one, and mad respect to him, because the guy could have said who Spider-Man is. He could have revealed Spider-Man's identity in jail, but he didn't. I felt that. Keaton was badass. Homecoming did so many cool things that it's just hard for me to categorize or make it an essay, so I just want to go with bullet points. Give you the things that I really like, just like boom, 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 boom. Okay? Cool. There's no origin story. We don't get to relive the spider bite. The great power comes great responsibility speech. Uncle Ben's death, we got it twice already. So it's really cool that we just jump right into action. We jump into Spider-Man action. That was really, really cool. The humor, sarcasm, and wit, the jokes are really well written and well acted by Tom Holland. It does make sense that this is a more jokey Spider-Man since he's 15 years old. He's a little bit more immature than the other 2 Spideys. So I really like the joke, the sarcasm stuff. All the jokes landed, and Tom Holland portrays Spider-Man super well. I kinda like, kinda don't like this spider suit he got from Tony. It's really high-techy. It gives him a bunch of things for the battlefield, a bunch of spiderweb combinations and different tactics and visions. But it's too techy for Spider-Man. It almost feels like an Iron Man suit, even with the AI voice, with Karen, with Jennifer Connelly's AI voice. I like Spider-Man's suit to be like a regular hero costume, just like the one he had before that, or a little bit better, not that cheap. But like the Amazing Spider-Man 2, the first Spider-Man costumes, just like that, just a simple one. This is just like a battle suit. It doesn't fit with the Spider-Man character, but it does look cool though. I just didn't love the amount of tech that Spider-Man used in this movie. Fair. Aunt May or Aunt Bay, played by Marisa Tomei, is really easy on the eyes. Not much to say on her performance. I think this is just like the regular aunt. There's nothing big about it, just a really good-looking aunt. Marisa Tomei is a really good actor, but I mean, that's pretty much it. But if I had to choose someone to play the aunt, it'd be Tomei. Not much to say about her. Peter's classmates, I really like his relationship with Ned. Jacob was super funny. Jacob Batalon, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He was really funny in the movie, and he played the excited and shy friend really well. He kept on asking him if he could lay eggs and summon spiders. It was just really cool. That dynamic, that relationship for me is so precious. That's a really, really Spidey relationship with the best friend. It was really cool to see that. Laura and Zendaya were meh. I mean, okay, I guess. The love interest wasn't really good, but it wasn't bad. It was okay. She was just a girl that Peter likes, you know, the senior. The pretty girl that I can't get because she's above my level. But then she said that she knows that Peter likes her, so I don't know what's going on. Are they gonna hook up in the second one? I do like the homage though they did to the first Spider-Man. The upside down kiss where Karen says, "This is your moment though, this is your chance, kiss her." That was a really cool touch there, nice homage. There are quite a lot of tips for the original Spider-Man in this movie. One of my favorites is the scene with Peter and Adrian in the car. Kind of like Green Goblin and Peter in Thanksgiving in the first movie. You know, as time goes on and they start talking, Adrian figures out that Peter is Spider-Man. But in the first movie, in the first Spider-Man with Tobey, William Dafoe, he just like suspected that Peter was Spider-Man. He had something to do with him, or it was just really weird. But that was a really nice mirror there. I really like that scene. I was just laughing and nudging my friend every time it was going on because it's really awkward. It was super funny. It was really cool Spidey stuff. Zendaya's character is really mysterious, that Michelle or the MJ. Previous reports said that her name is Michelle Toombs, as in Adrian Toombs' daughter. So Liz Allen's sister? That twist was really cool. The movie had a really cool twist. Liz Allen is the Vulture's daughter. I didn't see that coming. When Peter stepped on the door and Keaton pops out, I was like, shit, man, Vulture, really? And there are a lot of questions with this MJ character. Is she really Toombs? Is she Liz's sister? Is someone adopted? Or like, where was she all the time? Because she disappeared. The last time we saw her, she was in a decathlon meeting with Peter. And then she's not in the end with Liz and her mom because they're leaving. So Liz and her mom are leaving to Oregon, and Michelle is where? She's always alone. No one knows what the fuck is going on. So there's a lot of questions that Michelle raises. I don't know if they're going to be answered in the second one, or I just really don't care about Zendaya's character right now. Maybe in the second movie she's going to be awesome, or I don't know. Zendaya, Michelle, blech. Tony Revolori as Flash Thompson. I like diversity. I'm cool with giving different ethnicities the same opportunities, you know, equality and shit. But when you do this, when you give us this different type of Flash Thompson, it does affect me a little bit, since I wanted to see the classic blonde, dumb, big jockey Flash, you know, the cool bully, the Agent Venom, bulky guy. But now we have the small, the weenie, the geeky, trying to be alpha Flash. When he tells Peter he's dead, he threatens him, the guy, he just makes me laugh. He doesn't intimidate me at all. I don't like that character, that style of Flash. Even though Tony knows how to act, he played that role really well, but it's not my cup of tea. I didn't like that at all. That Flash is not my Flash. I prefer the other one. Jon Favreau as Happy Hogan was super funny. Every time he was on screen, people laughed, or people were ready to laugh. The guy, he just portrays Happy really well. The face, everything. He's had it, man. You can tell by his face that he doesn't want to check up on this kid. He has better things to do, or he wants to do some better things. but he was really mean, but in a funny way. Happy Halloween is really cool to see. Now this is the big one, RDJ, Iron Man. I liked the amount of time Iron Man was in this movie. I think it was correct. It was a good balance. It wasn't too much, it wasn't little. It was like 12 minutes he was in the movie. I think he had to be in this movie this time because he's Peter's mentor with the whole thing of the suit. If you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't wear it. I mean, he had to be there. He's the closest thing to your father or uncle to Peter that Peter has. And he had to be there to save the day a couple of times, which I didn't like about it. I didn't like that he had to save the day several times. I was cool with one time, like the ferry. The ferry was a big thing for Peter to handle by himself. Iron Man had to step in and save that day because it was too much. And that's okay with me, but only that one time. Then he rescued his life. He saved his life in the ocean and other things. And come on, man, you're making Spider-Man look like he's defenseless or something. I didn't like that. Too much Iron Man saving the day. That ferry scene was really cool. One of my favorite scenes in the movie because it was a big homage to Spider-Man 2 when Peter stopped the train. That was really cool. You felt the heroism, like power, Spidey power, all the web thingies, and really well animated. It looked super cool, making it one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Peter and Tony's relationship also built throughout the movie, from "Hey, what's up, kid?" to more of a mentor. And now Happy and Tony respect Peter. They think he's got what it takes to be an Avenger. The last scene with Happy, Tony, and Peter is a really cool homage also to the Civil War in the comics. In the comics, Peter Parker reveals his identity to the public. He goes out as Spider-Man. In this one, they were gonna announce Spider-Man as an Avenger to the world. So he was just gonna say, "Hey, I'm Spider-Man, what's up? I'm here to save your asses." So it was a really cool one. Guys, in conclusion, Spider-Man Homecoming gave us an amazing new Spider-Man in Tom Holland. It gave us a really cool villain in Michael Keaton's Vulture, which is my second favorite villain in the MCU, which I'm sure is gonna be your favorite or maybe your second favorite also. It gave us a different tone, a different theme, a different type of movie for the MCU, which is really cool. The youth, young bucks. And it gets me pumped for what's next in Spider-Man Homecoming 2, whatever the sequel is going to be titled. Infinity War is coming up, it's going to be really badass. And maybe the Sinister Six are coming. From that post-credit scene, maybe Sinister Six. I don't know if they're going to make the Green Goblin and Octopus again. I'll be down for Octopus, Goblin, not so much. This movie was awesome. It's my second favorite Spider-Man movie after Spider-Man 2, of course. Great job, Feige and Pascal, you sorted things out. This movie gets an A- from me. Guys, thanks so much for watching the review. I am Emma Sebo. Websling, down to the comments and tell me if you liked the movie, you didn't like it, give me your thoughts. Like the video, subscribe to see more, and of course, I'll see you on the next one.